go. So, welcome everybody to another just sharing stories video here. Today we're going to chat with a lovely lady who's going to share a bit of her experience dealing with vertigo. Was the short of it, which is actually a very, very common symptom that a lot of times people experience, quite debilitating. And just she's going to share a little bit in terms of what the kind of work that we were able to do was able to help her out. Now, per the always, this of course is not a video that's done to diagnose. This is for educational purposes, but it's done on purpose to help people who are watching this understand what options, what possibilities are out there that can help them with these different kinds of things. So without further ado, let's say hello to our special guest here. This is Miss Shana. How are you doing this afternoon, Shana?
I'm doing well, thanks. How are you?
Brilliant. Thank you very much. Okay, so let's get the ball rolling here for you because I know your time is valuable. Just briefly, tell us a little bit, who you are, what your passions are, what you love to do just in life in general.
Okay, well, I'm a mum of two kids and I work full time, so I'm very busy. I work as a merchandiser and probably a part-time taxi driver, driving around the kids, afternoon activities, weekend activities. So there's not a lot of downtime for me, but that's okay. Life is great. We love to travel. We go on holidays and just have adventures every weekend. It's great.
Okay, awesome. So it sounds busy, but if you enjoy the busy,
Yeah,
good and
yeah,
awesome.
it's good. It's fulfilling busy.
Oh, that's the right kind of busy. I often say busy is a four-letter word, but if it's the fulfilling kind and not just busy for the sake of it, awesome.
Mm, yeah, exactly.
Okay. Well, Shannon, we had met a few months back. Do you want to tell just a little bit of the story about what you had going on, what prompted you to, have a little chat where we had met in the first place?
Yeah, sure. I was suffering from severe vertigo, debilitating vertigo. I was getting terrible headaches. It would just hit at the most unpredictable times. I never knew when it was going to hit. It might be twice in one day. It might be once a month or something like that. It was going on for about a year or so, just getting worse and worse. When it hit, I just could not do anything. I just had to stop whatever it was I was doing, whether I was shopping, at work, whatever, and just sit on the floor and ride it out. And it was so severe, I would get motion sickness, I would throw up. It would last 3 to 6 hours. It was just terrible. It was getting to the point where I thought I was going to have to quit my job, go on disability, get some support for home because I just couldn't live. Sometimes it happened in the car and I just have to pull over on the highway and just sit there and wait for it to go. There was nothing I could do to stop it. No energy, felt like being hit by a truck. The worst headaches and just weak. It was horrible. So even though one vertigo attack, was one day, then 2 days of suffering the after effects after that. And I couldn't predict it. I just never knew when it was going to happen.
Okay, and then we weren't your first portal of entry, though, were we?
No, I went to the doctor and I said, "This is ruining my life," and he sent me to an ENT, and my only help from them was he prescribed me Valium. That was it. And so put me on also diuretics, but I couldn't take those. They just did not agree with me. And that was it. I was told I had to not eat sugar, no salt, no caffeine, no alcohol. I think, and a lot of tomatoes. And that just, I tried that, nothing helped. Eventually I was on 16 different types of tablets that I was taking every day, 16. And all they said was take Valium if you get vertigo. That was it. And I didn't want to do that.
Yeah, no, that's not a very nice prognosis that's is
No,
thrown out for a lot
no.
of people,
They just
unfortunately.
said it was a terrible disease. That's all they said. There was no cure, no help.
All right. So, what then? At which point did you decide or what prompted you then to have a look at the particular type of work that we do? Where we're looking at, of all things, the relationship between the neck and vertigo.
Yeah, it was kind of a random thing. I had been diagnosed with Meniere's disease, so I joined a Meniere's disease Facebook group and following every suggestion that they had. And then I noticed a few people were leaving the group and commenting that they had gone to see an upper cervical chiropractor and everyone should give it a go, and they felt that they were fine and didn't need to be in this group anymore. So I thought I'd do that too. And oh gosh, it was the best thing I ever did. And I was lucky because there was one in viewer in Brisbane. So yeah, it worked in my favour.
And even then, you're not exactly right next door. Right next door, like you get around a little bit, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I would have driven anyway.
True. Okay. So what what then was your experience with the care itself? Like how yeah, if you would how would you describe that to somebody who maybe for example, okay, they've they've been dealing with vertigo in one nasty capacity for a while, or two, they've maybe been to see different kinds of people, like even a general chiropractor or a physical therapist or something like that. How would you describe what we were able to do?
It was amazing. I felt like I was being taken seriously. When you took the x-rays and pinpointed exactly what was wrong in the first 5 minutes with my neck, that kind of made me feel at ease. It was a lot of quick answers to all my questions, really. So, yeah, it was great. And I really felt like, yeah, you took me seriously. You understood that how desperate and how debilitating it was. And even though there was a lot of things I didn't understand what was going on, I felt like my questions were answered and I just went with it. And after my first appointment, I felt really reassured that this was definitely the right path for me.
Okay, awesome. Now, I don't want to give anybody, of course, who's out there listening to think then that, okay, yes, all we ever did was like one magic correction and then suddenly everything was fixed forever and ever. It's taken a bit of work. And even then, there's still the odd occasion where there's the the episode of the moment that I know you tell me that. But just overall, how are things compared, now versus say where they were going back even a few months?
Oh, great! I can drink coffee and not be worried about it. That's my favourite thing. But I just feel safe when I'm out. I don't feel like I'm going to end up on the floor in the middle of a shopping centre or anything like that. I feel like I can, when I have a slight vertigo attack, it only lasts for about 30 seconds and I can just move on. It's not severe, it's not scary or anything like that. And I know I'm just slowly getting better. Every day and every appointment, I can feel like I'm definitely on the mend.
Okay, awesome. And that's an important thing for a lot of people out there too, because I mean, I'll kind of jump in there a little bit. That one of the things that we're always looking for from the the chiropractor's perspective is we're not looking to adjust you on every visit. It's when your adjustment is stable, when it is holding, when things are staying under your body's control, that's when the healing is happening. And I know that there would have been a few times where maybe there's a little bit going on there, but we would let your body have a little bit of that fight. And you said, okay, that was interesting. This went away on its own. And that had just been blowing out before. So testament then your body is getting stronger, and so optimistically things are going to be, touch wood, getting, better and better forward going.
Yeah, exactly. And it was really good that you reassured me that it would take time. And so, I wasn't expecting anything for the first few visits. So it was really good that I knew what I was in for, and I knew it would be a slow and steady path.
Okay. Well, awesome. So what then do you have to look forward to? So I know you said, for example, that one of the you like to travel, you like to do different things like that. Where on your bucket list? Where do you want to go?
My bucket list is the Greek islands, but I don't want to take the kids. I want to just go by myself and sit on a boat and just enjoy it. And just looking forward to life in the future. I was, at a point where I thought that my life as I knew it was going to be over. So every day is great. And I was still taking the kids away, but everyone I knew and myself would be so worried that, what if I have a vertigo attack on the plane or in the car or something like that? So even though we had a good time, it was always in the back of my mind that that could possibly happen. But our last holiday, I didn't worry about that at all. It was really great. It was just a weight off my shoulders, really.
Okay, well, awesome. And I hope it just, as I
Yeah.
said, keeps getting better and better. So just as we're finishing up here, then, is there, for anybody then who might be out there experiencing the same kinds of thing that you were describing, namely vertigo to the point of degree that this is like, I don't know how I'm going to keep living my life.
Yeah.
What would you advise to them in terms of a message of hope from having been in their shoes and understanding what that's like?
Yeah, just make an appointment with an upper cervical chiropractor. Just try. You've got nothing to lose. You never know. You might get your life back. I know a lot of people have gone on disability because of vertigo and they don't know this is out there. So just give it a go. It's not going to hurt to do it.
And just so the audience knows, I'm not paying you anything to say this this sort.
No.
Okay, just checking. Okay, so one last little thing here, Shana, and then we'll let you get back to enjoy the rest of your day there. In brief, you've got the platform, you've got sharing you're up on the soapbox, and you have the opportunity to share some kind of message of hope, gentleness, kindness, inspiration, something that is a pick me up for the world. People like that who need to know. What would be your parting words of wisdom for us here today?
I think I would say try and make the world a better place. That's what I always tell my children. Just, you're here for a reason. Just, try and make the world a better place.
Okay, awesome. Well, certainly, Shana, it's a pleasure, knowing you. The world is definitely a better place because you're in it. So thank you very, very much for your time here this afternoon.
It's a pleasure. And thank you, Dr. Jeff. I'm really, really grateful.
No problem. And thanks for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, 3 things that we always ask you. Number 1, please do click the like and subscribe button because it helps the YouTube algorithm identify that this is a video of importance so other people can find this who need to hear it. Number 2 is if you know somebody who experiences these same kind of things, please do share this video with them so that they can find the help that they need as well. And number 3, if you personally are experiencing something like this, we'd encourage you to go to blairtechnique.com where you'll be able to find a directory and find the nearest Blair upper cervical chiropractor to you, whether you are in North America, whether you're in Europe, whether you are in Australia, New Zealand. Hope this video has been of value and is of use for you. This is Dr. Jeffrey Hanna. Be well, stay well, take care. We'll see you next time.